Hello, and welcome back to the channel once again. If it's your first time here, my name is Gigo, and today we are back at the Mountain View project, which is located in Pokuase. And this part of the town is called Pokuase Mountain. So it's not in the town itself, but this is a new developing area. So they've named it the Pokuase Mountains. So today is going to be the episode 2, of the excavation of, the Mountain View project. In episode 1, we look at the beginning, of the whole process, how we started. And today is episode 2, which is similar to what we did, when it comes to the visuals, it's similar to what we did in episode 1. In episode 1, the video was taken by the engineer, so he explained what has to be done here to achieve, the level, because this is really like a steep hill, and if we should just try to, just put columns and start building, we have to use a lot of blocks, and also the structure won't be stable. It will be hanging in there in the hill, so that means that we have to try to get, some levels, which we've done, which you will see in the episode 1 how we're able to achieve to get a level ground to to start with the designing of the project. So today's video is, we are looking at a different angle, and this angle is from the architect. So like I always say, the brother Sami and the architect, they work together. This is what I always preach here on the channel. Like, we like to come to see the land before we give estimate, or we start even designing your house for you. And this is if you want to work with us, right? But if you just need a quotation, or you just need a drawing, and you want to use other team, or that is also not a problem, we can just do it for you. But if we are the one going to build, we like to do that necessary checks, you know. So the architect and Brother Sami are here on the ground, and this is the bonus you get, using Google Production Group. They work together as a team. So the design of the house is going to be based on, the land, the layout of the land and how they are clearing the land. So they will be able to capture all the beautiful views, left and right, where the windows have to be and everything. And this is how we like to, begin with our project. We like to prepare ourselves. And talking about preparation, I would like to use this opportunity to address one or two things, some challenges that we have been facing regarding to clients and preparation. Most of our clients are people from the diaspora, and most of them also would like to be around, when we start with their project, especially the foundation. They like to be there to be part of it, which is a beautiful thing, and that's something that we really support, that you come around so that you see your land, so that if we have any explanation, we can explain it to you for you to understand better. That is really a good thing. But please, don't wait till 2 weeks before you are coming. That's when you're gonna get in touch with the team to prepare and speed up. This is a very big challenge. Even in a month, to prepare everything in a month, sometimes it's a bit of challenge depending on where you are, because these guys, have works. They also have other clients that they are working for. So, and those clients also sometimes depend on them, to give them daily reports of what they are doing and stuff. So please, if you are planning, especially I'm talking about my team, if you are planning to use us in your construction, and you know that you are coming in a month or two, you can give us the heads up that, hey, I have this project and I want you guys to do it, and we would like to go to the land. Like I always say, we would like to do all those preparation, go to the land, survey it. If there's any advice we have, we can give it to you. We will look into your drawing, your plan. If there's any changes, then we have time to do all the necessary things before you come, because I know that when like normally the diaspora, when they come home, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and they want to do things very fast. But construction is not, with force. Construction is not a rush, especially starting with your project. It is not a rush. You need to take your time, to get the things right, because if you get the fundamentals, the foundation, if you get it wrong, it follows you all the way to the top. So, and especially my contractor really likes to prepare, like he really likes to take his time, to plan things. Because even though we have a supplier on the channel who is Mr. Kwete, but he cannot supply to every location. So sometimes we have to look for a supplier in your location, because sometimes the transportation of Mr. Kwete from Dowenya to your site might go in, like, because he does free delivery. He likes to do free delivery. So if he has to do free delivery to, like, from Accra to Ibri or Eastern region or something like that, it's expensive. So we normally get a new supplier in your area, and we have to get the prices of materials. That is what we use for the quotation. We don't just give the price of cement based on Mr. Kwete's price. No, the price we put in our estimate are prices that are close to the site, so that transportation of materials become easy. So we do all those checks, where we're going to get water, where are the guys going to sleep, and all of those things. Sometimes also we also try to get labor from the town, because we cannot bring all of our guys to come to the place, and we also like to employ people in the community, create jobs for people in the community. So we try to also get, some of the guys who work in the area, and this is how we are developing the country as well, because most of the sites that we've worked, we always get another client from the same area. When people are passing by, they see, how far we are going, and we do get clients in the area. So that's why we like to also, like, kind of coach the young guys in the community. We like to employ people. So we have to do all of those checks before we accept your work, or before we give you a feedback. That's why sometimes we are a little bit delay with the project, with the respond, I mean. So please, because if we have to leave everything that we are doing to attend to you, because you only have 1 month in Ghana, or you only have 2 weeks in Ghana, I don't think that the old client will also be happy if we have to leave his work for 1 month without any notice, you know. And I can tell you for a fact that every month we have a new client coming to Ghana, and the client wants us to begin with his foundation. Every month there's someone coming. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge if we don't get, a heads up on time to prepare. Because I also don't think that you will be happy if we have to leave your job because there's a new client in the country and we have to attend to the client. But if you give us a heads up, maybe in a month or two, we can mobilize ourselves. If we have one day, normally on Sundays, that is when we do our checks and do, because Sunday there is no traffic, so it is easy to travel from one place to the other. Then we can go to your land, survey the place, do all the checks, present the estimate to you. If you accept it, then we can even, maybe in the week that you will be coming, we can already start doing the digging, because we don't have to buy materials when we are doing the digging, so we can start doing all those hard jobs, the digging and everything. And then when you come, the work begins. So we can already start doing something, because I don't think when we are digging, you have to do so much, because most people like to buy their own materials, which is something that we support, because that also reduces the pressure on the guys, so they just come to work, and the only thing you do is to pay the labor, and you buy your own materials. But with digging, we can start with it, maybe during the week that you are coming, and we can plan all of this. So this is one challenge that I would like to address. And the second challenge has to do with attitude. So I think that, most of us have watched so much YouTube videos, building in Ghana, and we think that what is being shown on YouTube is the final thing. Like if someone is doing something different from what you've seen on YouTube, then that person is not doing it right. But that is not correct. We all have different structure. We're all building on a different land. So things might be different. If someone is building from 1 to 3, doesn't mean that if someone is doing it from A, B, C, that means that the person who is doing it in the alphabetical order is doing it wrong. I understand sometimes this artisan doesn't understand what you really want, and you have to express yourself for them to know what you really want. But I think the best way is to show them what you've seen on YouTube, that hey, I saw it, this guy is doing it, this way, and you are doing it the other way around. Can you explain to me why you are doing it differently? And maybe the artisan or the contractor will explain to you, "Oh, it's because of the land or the structure or this." And if you think that the explanation doesn't make sense, you can consult a third party, to explain to you that, hey, this is what, your artisans are doing. Is it right or wrong? This topic is very sensitive, so I wouldn't like to stress on it too much because some artisans are also very stubborn. So I can understand why people also want to be strict, on them. But like this is just like you going to the doctor and telling the doctor that I am sick, I have malaria, and you are prescribing the medicine, for yourself. You are telling the doctor to prescribe this medicine for you. This is how sometimes it fails when people are dealing with us, because like I always say, the person behind this channel, the contractor, is engineer. He knows what he's doing. So sometimes when you come and you try to do it your own way, we will leave it for you to do it the way you want to do it. I know we all want to cut costs, we all want to cut corners, try to get some boys to do any shoddy job. That is not what we stand for. If you want us to take your job and do your job for you, we have to understand each other and work as a team. So this is my small ranting. Sorry if I sound a little bit rude, but I just want the best for everybody. I want the best for all of us. I want everybody to win. That's why I'm trying to put things in place so that we can all benefit from this. So, on this note, I think this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time, listening to me. And please don't forget to subscribe on the channel. We have more updates coming, we have more projects also coming. Share to a friend to motivate someone to also start doing something, back home. So, thanks once again, and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.